I love how my first sketchbook turned out with all the stickers on it from my travels and collections while making the sketchbook. But the problem now is I can't tell which book it is from the edge because it's just solid blue. So I thought I would take some time to test out this new to me, bleed-proof opaque white ink from Dr. P.H. Martin's. So I've never used this before, but I've seen a couple artists who use it for watercolor to do their white highlights, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to test it out. It's supposed to be nice and opaque and permanent, and you apply it with a brush. I'm just using a recycled old business card here as just a place to sort of refine my brush tip. Hi, Asher. So speeding through this next bit here, I originally thought this might need to be thinned with water, so that's what I did, but slowing back down at the C and the H here is where it started to bead up on the book. It's not clinging anymore. So I scratched that, used less water and more of the pure pigment, and it started working a bit better. So pro tip there, this does not really need to be thinned with water. So moving right along here, I just called this one sketchbook number 1 because it's the first one, and I've started a second and I've bought a third and a fourth, so we'll be sticking with this for a while. But then I also wanted to have the date range that this spanned since it wasn't a full year and these are going to sort of run into each other a little bit. So this one I did February through October of 2022. And I wrote it backwards, so I wrote from right to left just to make sure that I wasn't going to run out of space with a sort of right justification there. This is a really big jar of white ink, so I'm hoping it'll last me a while. I plan on using it in some of my paintings as well for some of those highlights, instead of that kind of finicky gel pen, but yeah, I think this stuff dried pretty quickly, but I didn't want to take any chances with this brush, which will probably now be my dedicated white ink brush, but there we go.